Aloha and welcome to KTA Kitchens. I'm Chef Michi, and today I'm going to show you how to make a delicious one skillet chicken and vegetable meal. Let's start off with the ingredients. For our ingredients today, we're going to have some extra virgin olive oil, julienned onion, carrots, sliced red potato, button mushrooms, and broccoli. That's for the vegetable side, and for the chicken, we're going to have sliced garlic, boneless, skinless chicken thigh, fresh herbs that are julienned, chicken broth, and then salt and pepper to taste. So let's get started cooking. So I've preheated our pan to about medium. You don't want to get it too hot. We are using extra virgin olive oil. It doesn't take to high heat very well. So first we're going to start off sauteing the onions in there. You always want to hear that nice little sizzle. It means everything's going to cook nicely. Just give it a quick stir around. I like to put in onions first because as they cook, they turn a little sweet. They have a lot of sugar in them. They'll lose its little bitiness when you cook them. Cook them until they just start turning translucent. It happens very quickly. You can keep stirring, and then you're going to add in the rest of your veggies. So you've got your carrots. These cook a little longer, so they go in first, and then the red potatoes. And you'll notice that I did not take off the peels. I know there's a lot of nutrition in there. I like to put as much nutrition into my dishes as I can, so I've kept the skin on. It already smells delicious. And this is a really good meal as far as nutrition. You've got a lot of veggies, a little bit of chicken. Add some rice and you've got a complete meal. And that's the beauty of this dish. It is called a one skillet meal. Very easy, there's kind of no excuses. You could actually prep this in the morning, come home, and your dinner's going to be on the table before you know it. So the potatoes are just starting to get a little brown. I'm going to turn up the heat just a touch. And then we can add in our mushrooms and our broccoli. For the broccoli, I like to use not only the top of the broccoli, which is the broccoli crown, but I also use the stem. All you have to do is cut off the very outermost part of the stem. It's a little bit chewy and fibrous, but that has a lot of nutrition and it's totally edible. So you don't want to waste anything. I'm going to keep cooking this until the broccoli just starts to turn into a nice bright green. And then we're going to move on to our chicken portion of this dish. There we go. So the broccoli is just starting to turn color. So I'm going to set these veggies aside and we can start on the chicken portion. Get that back on the heat. I've got a little bit of olive oil still in the pan, so you don't necessarily need to add anything else. I'm going to put in the garlic and the chicken. Use the surface of your pan. I've got a big pan here, so I'm trying to spread the chicken out as much as I can, and that helps it cook thoroughly and quicker because we are trying to cook fast here. So in this case, I've added the garlic with the chicken. You can add it either with the vegetables or with the chicken. The main thing is I do not want the garlic to get burned because then it gets very bitter. You just want to keep it moving. That's the most important thing. And my chicken is just about done. We're going to put it all together. I'm going to add the chicken broth. When I add liquid to the pan, go very slow. You don't want to splash it in there. You never want to hurt yourself while you're cooking. That's not a good thing. Let that go for just a second. It smells delicious. All that low sodium chicken broth and the garlic. You can use either low sodium or regular chicken broth. I try to cut down on salt, so I've used some low sodium today. Either one is fine. The flavor is going to be wonderful either way. So you're going to get a little reduction of the chicken broth. Everything's getting nice and cooked. I'm gonna let that sit for just a second. I love to use fresh herbs when I'm cooking. Today I have some basil. You can use oregano, thyme, anything. Anything fresh is really gonna brighten up your dish with a lot of flavor. Just stir that in. And then lastly, I like to put my salt and pepper last. And it's a little bit of a trick to add that last. The salt on your tongue is gonna register when it's right on the outside of your food. So it kind of allows you to season a little more light-handedly. And this is coming together wonderfully. I'm just gonna add a little bit, and just a pinch is all you need. And then pepper. Pepper lends a really nice flavor to everything. I'm a real high advocate of pepper, more than salt. So this is all coming together. It's so simple and delicious. And next we're gonna taste it. So our skillet dish is all finished. I've plated it. Look at all these colors. It's got everything. You've got broccoli, carrots, potato. I usually like to eat this with some rice. I know a lot of local folks like their rice, so definitely some brown rice or even white rice is fine with this. I'm just gonna take a quick bite just to test it. That is delicious. You can taste the fresh herb, the garlic, the veggies are just wonderful. I like to pair this with a white wine. My preference is Chardonnay, always good with veggies and chicken. You can get this recipe and more at ktasuperstores.com/recipes. Thank you for joining me at KTA Kitchens. I'm Chef Michi. Aloha.